With both the chairman and vice chairman missing, the greatest challenge before the Campbell County Commission last night was simply finding a way to bring the meeting to order. Once that was accomplished, negotiating the new electronic voting system proved an equally imposing task, as a few commissioners are still getting the hang of it. Finance Director Jeff Marlowe, who was operating the system, had to back up on a couple of occasions when commissioners inadvertently counted themselves as absent and were removed from the roll. County Clerk Debbie Wilson took the chair long enough to ask commissioners to nominate and elect a temporary chairman to open the meeting. Mayor William Baird was in Washington helping to lobby Congress for the funds needed to continue the services of the East Tennessee Human Resource Agency. When Vice Chairman Johnny Bruce also failed to show up for the meeting, a temporary chair had to be nominated and elected. That chairman turned out to be Jellicoe Commissioner Terry Singley. The reluctant chairman was elected by a vote of 12-1, the solitary no vote being cast by Singley himself. The commission quickly approved reports and a series of budget amendments from last week's budget and Finance Committee session. They then approved a series of resolutions from the Mayor's office, along with the new pricing guidelines for the ambulance service, increasing mileage rates from $10 to $12 and setting a $50 fee for ambulance calls where patients decline transportation to a hospital. Mayor Bayer's two nominees to replace Melvin Boshears and Eddie Wheeler on the Planning Commission were also approved unanimously. Charles Baird replacing Boshears and Luke Kirkland replacing Wheeler. Finance Director Jeff Marlowe informed the Commission that the county will not pursue a controversial matching federal grant for energy efficiency in county buildings this year. Marlowe explained that the school department is also eligible for the grant, and because money has already been appropriated in the school budget to upgrade energy efficiency, no additional local expenditures would be necessary to earn the federal matching grant. Only one entity from the county can apply in the same year, and the school can do it without costing additional money, Marlowe pointed out. The only matter to generate any disagreement among commissioners was a counter offer from the owner of a tract of industrial land in the county-owned Oswego Industrial Park near Jellicoe. That land was sold by the county to Proto Circuits over 20 years ago, but the company never did develop the promised computer circuit factory that would have provided badly needed jobs in Jellicoe. The Commission recently voted to offer the owner the appraised value of the land, $66,500, to return ownership to the county. Proto Circuit countered with a final price of $73,500. I really don't enjoy giving him anything. He's done nothing with the land, but I'll go along with that to get the property back in county hands where we can market it to someone who will use it, J.L. Davis urged. A majority of commissioners, however, voted to call the company's bluff on the final part to $73,500. Price tag was rejected 7-6, and the commission then voted 9-4 to offer $68,000 as a compromise. Beverly Hall, Thomas Hatmaker, Sue Nance, and Scott Stanfield all voted against offering anything above the original $66,500 price. La Follette Police bust an active meth lab this morning. It happened at 306 West Walden Street, within sight of the First Baptist Church. That's where the first responders with the La Follette Police, the La Follette Fire Department, and the meth task force were called around 8 o'clock this morning. Reports from neighbors, though unconfirmed with authorities, are that a dog apparently died in the house and that the Department of Human Services took 2 children from the home. The 3 adults booked into the county jail are 22-year-old Joseph Fox of Jacksboro, along with 41-year-old Eugene Nealon and 42-year-old Marcia Nealon. Fox's address is 780 Queen Road, and both Nealon's addresses are listed as the house on West Walden Street. All 3 are charged with initiation of procedure intended to manufacture meth. A Newmarket man dies when his motorcycle hits a guardrail. The Tennessee Highway Patrol reports to WLAF and TV 12 that 49-year-old Ron Atherton was killed Monday afternoon in Sevierville on New Center Road. Trooper John Pettigo reports that Atherton was negotiating a right turn when his right foot hit the pavement. That kicked his Honda Gold Wing to the left across the eastbound lanes into the guardrail. Here in Campbell County, a motorcycle rider remains hospitalized. Officials in the Surgical Critical Care Unit at the UT Medical Center in Knoxville tells WLAF that John Metzler remains in serious condition this morning. Campbell County Sheriff's deputies tell WLAF and TV 12 that Metzler is recovering from injuries sustained when he lost control of his Harley-Davidson motorcycle while traveling south on Mount Perrin Road. Just before 6 o'clock Sunday afternoon is when reports came in that Metzler laid down his bike and slid into a Chevy pickup truck. The truck, driven by Josh Monday, was also pulling a boat. As a precaution of internal injuries, Metzler was flown out by Lifestar. Deputies say Metzler wrecked in the S-curve on Mount Perrin Road. The Tennessee Highway Patrol worked the accident. Cougar baseball had a tough go with Anderson County last night at Brown Archer Field. The Mavericks put up 5 runs in the first inning en route to an 11-1 victory. Campbell travels to the Mavericks' home field for a rematch Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Lady Cougar softball hosts Oak Ridge today at 6 as Campbell County opens its home schedule. Also in sports news, Peyton Manning is now a Denver Bronco. The Lady Vols, 26-8, defeated DePaul, advancing to the NCAA Sweet 16, while Middle Tennessee State University ended the Vols season in the NIT. Tennessee finished 19-15.
Actually, in 1937,
she was one of the few left. Gladys McCulley, who began working at the shirt factory at a very young age, passed away over the weekend. WLAF News caught up with Gladys last summer as she was helping promote the shirt factory's annual picnic reunion. Even then, she said that it may be the last get-together since so many who worked at the factory have either gone on or were too sick to make it. Gladys worked at the shirt factory for nearly 50 years. She was laid to rest this morning in Powell Valley Cemetery. Spring is here, or is it summer? It was another day of 80s. You might think it's June rather than March. Spring officially arrived here in Campbell County a little after 1 this morning. Highs in the 80s are forecast for the next couple of days. Josh is coming up with the weather later in the news. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so that means it's free hearing exam day at the Beltone Hearing Center here in La Follette, located just across from La Follette First Baptist Church. Their number is 562-7562. And there will be a free meal tomorrow night from 5 to 6:30 at the Trinity Baptist Church, and you're invited. And that's a look at our news for today. Stay tuned for the press release from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department coming up next. Now let's take a look at the Sheriff's report from the past 24 hours. There are 8 names on our report today. Darrell Lee Goodman, 44, of Miller Street in Lake City, for failure to appear and theft of property between $1,000 and $9,999. 26-year-old Charles O. Leach of Dewey, Leach, Lane, and Speedwell for driving while revoked. Mark Mills, 42, listed as homeless on a capious bench warrant and an attachment for child support. Christopher Cody Simpkins, 24, of Pioneer, entered the jail to serve court-imposed time. 33-year-old Sean S. Smith of Alder Springs Road, La Follette, for driving while suspended. Jessica Dawn Tolliver, 27, of East Virginia Avenue in La Follette, on a capious bench warrant. 28-year-old Johnny Ray Tolliver of East Virginia Avenue, La Follette, for possession of drug paraphernalia. And last today, Bobby Jean Wilson, 45, of West Ash Street, La Follette, for reckless driving, untaxed whiskey, and violation of the open container law. And we thank you for joining us today for our portion of the news. Stay tuned next. We've got more coming your way right here.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true. Happy, happy birthday. Oh, this is your birthday song. Oh, celebration all night long. Oh, may all you.
Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome into your birthdays and anniversaries, brought to you by Eastside Pizza and Deli and WLAF. Celebrating a birthday today, Kaba Wagers, starting off our list today. She turned 4 years old. Paulette Peebley, also celebrating a birthday today. Miss Mabel Rogers turned 97 years young today. Very happy, special birthday there, Miss Mabel. Ethan Allen turned 1 today. And Teresa Gibson celebrates a birthday today. So happy birthday to all of you. Don't have any anniversaries for this Tuesday. So if your birthday or anniversary are coming up this week or have been this past week or over the weekend, then you can get that into me to qualify for a chance at winning 2 free dinners from Eastside Pizza and Deli. You can call 562-1450, 566-1450, or 562-3557. You can email it to our website, WLAF@bellsouth.net, or you can fax it in to 562-5764, and that gets you a chance at qualifying for those 2 free dinners from Eastside Pizza and Deli. And does it for our birthdays and anniversaries for this Tuesday. So I'll see you back here tomorrow for the midweek edition of Birthdays and Anniversaries. You all have a good night. See you here tomorrow. Stay tuned. Your news continues.